Pepper, start a game. Okay, we're set.
Just a quick reminder to ask Cookie if he's lost any weight lately, even though he clearly hasn't.
So this telecommuting thing, I mean, are people getting sick of Andy being on the TV? Shouldn't he be here?
Well, I mean, that's why that's why I'm hoping this telecommuting thing works, because then, you know, once they can figure out how to get the ions and the particles, and then you can, right, like in Star Trek, is that what you're talking about?
No, he's just on the TV on a camera. He's not actually here.
Right, but it's part of the he's trying to, what they're trying to do is zap him.
That's it.
Hi, I'm Kyle Pepper, and ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. Well, now I'm 36 and going nowhere fast, so that's why I'm starting Kyle Pepper's Professional Baseball League. We only have 3 rules. 1, everyone's welcome regardless of gender or race. 2, every team starts with 5 runs so they don't feel bad. And 3, every Tuesday night we trade spouses and experiment sexually. Okay, you probably just said...
Okay, we're on.
Attention, the new management has announced their thought for the day. Today's thought for the day from the new management is teamwork. Teamwork or you're fired. Thank you.
Make up the set, please.
Butta gutta butta gutta butta gutta butta gutta gutta butta gutta butta gutta butta gutta butta. This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. I'm flattered you 4 decided to play our little game, but really, get a life. There's your hardware. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by...
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, no turning back.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Right off the top, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Players 2 and 4, get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Players 1 and 3, Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
And now, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages? The McCona Industrial Age? The McCona Middle Ages? Or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 4 times Player 1. Players 2, 3, and 4. All wrong. Want to see the right answer? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And on its way, brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order and buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert. Player one, who's gonna get it? If you're gonna threaten to screw someone, you gotta act on it. Can we continue now? Player 2, this is gonna hurt. Player 4, the Count would be so disappointed. It was begging to be picked. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked. I call this one Duck Duck Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 2, watch the time. Player 2. Player 1, cue the swan song. Players 3 and 4. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Here's one for you. The man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat. Player 1. You need the most help, so this dis or dat is just for you. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Try to pick an answer before player 1. If player 1 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone else who got it right. We good? Here we go. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fight. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Ew, baby, 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 ew. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of round 1, and it would seem player 3 is winning. Let's see if they stay there. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And remember, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Alright, you ready? Too bad. This one's known as Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Why not try Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go? At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Now, player 1. You may not know how temperatures work. Players 2, 3, and 4. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Take a stab at Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Players 1, 2, and 3. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 4. That answer has a hole in it. Pucker up for wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player 4, how about it? Player 2, what a pity. Player 1, this is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Players 3 and 4. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Take a good look at I Wanna Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe, to a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 3, who gets your screw? You yanked out your screw, you got us all excited, and then you just sat there. Lame. Okay, can we try this again, please? 1 and 2? An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right. But okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Player 3 takes the win! Player 3, did you win? It's hard for me to tell since your lead is so marginal. Well, yeah, I guess it is the best score of the 4. Okay then, you won. Great, congratulations. You still can't deny that... You don't know Jack!